We live in a world plagued by injustice, discrimination, and intolerance, where vested interests and tyrannical governments oppress citizens rather than protect them, where many are harassed and persecuted for their religious beliefs, and free speech is silenced with brutality and imprisonment. A world where men, women, and children are denied their dignity and refused their fundamental freedoms. But working to restore personal liberty for all is the Church of Scientology, tirelessly defending and advancing the cause of human rights. The creed of the Church includes the fundamental principles of equal and absolute rights for all humankind. For more than 5 decades, Scientologists have worked to overcome any and all obstacles to champion those inalienable rights. In the 1950s, legislation was being forced through the United States Congress to establish a remote psychiatric asylum in the Alaskan wilderness, where anyone could be involuntarily committed, deprived of their human and civil rights. Scientologists sounded the alarm, and with the information made broadly known, public outcry resulted in the resounding defeat of the Siberia, USA bill, thus protecting the rights of every American citizen. Carrying on that fight against the tyranny of governments and the enemies of man is Freedom Magazine, the Church's voice for human rights. Published in 20 countries and in a dozen languages, this award-winning publication takes a stand for individual liberty and equal rights no government or vested interest can ignore. In South Africa in the 1970s, at the height of apartheid, Freedom exposed the existence of mental institutions which were, in reality, black slave labor camps. Despite the government banning the publication, Freedom never let up. Ultimately, Scientologists testified before a special government commission, helping bring the guilty to justice and securing human rights for the people of that nation. Fighting for the rights of all mankind, the Church has long been dedicated to making the Universal Declaration of Human Rights widely known and followed. This historic document, ratified by the United Nations in 1948, sets forth the standard of universal freedoms to which every individual on earth is entitled. Today, the Church sponsors a global program to make these fundamental rights known to everyone through informative booklets describing the Universal Declaration and translated into more than 20 languages. The Church further works to raise awareness with massive public information campaigns, including television public service announcements reaching millions across international airwaves. To safeguard the rights of future generations, Youth for Human Rights International distributes a student's guide to the Universal Declaration. Produced in 20 languages, teachers, legislators, youth leaders, and human rights groups around the globe have adopted the booklet as part of their educational programs. And Youth for Human Rights reaches tens of millions more with its award-winning music video, United, and its message of peace through tolerance and understanding. To further forward the cause of human rights, the Church has established offices dedicated to the cause of human rights in America, Africa, and Europe. From here, Scientologists provide workable answers and coordinate human rights initiatives to the benefit of all. Most notable are the Human Rights Marathons, carrying the torch of freedom from city to city, meeting government and law enforcement officials, members of parliament, religious and community leaders, gaining their commitment to uphold and maintain fundamental rights. Wherever human rights are abused, Scientologists make their voices heard, condemning those violations and fighting for the dignity and freedom of man. On 6 continents, in more than 100 countries, the Church's human rights programs have reached hundreds of millions worldwide, educating them to their rights, uniting members of different faiths, and setting groundbreaking precedents and laws that protect the freedoms of everyone, everywhere. Nothing is more precious than the inalienable rights of man. You can defend and insist on human rights in your area. Distribute copies of human rights publications. Join a human rights organization or start a group dedicated to the cause. United by the Universal Declaration, every individual can be a powerful voice for freedom, making human rights not just an idealistic dream, but a reality for all humankind.